The cheers were loud, the highlights were glowing, and for one night, Denver made Russell Westbrook feel like a hero again. But when the cameras turned off, Westbrook finally said what fans never expected to hear. The truth is, they didn't want me back. That one sentence shattered the narrative we all believed. Because for months, NBA insiders painted Westbrook's split with the Denver Nuggets as mutual. Now the man himself says it was anything but. So what really happened behind closed doors? Why did the defending champs, a team that praised Russ publicly, quietly tell him to walk away? Let's break down the truth behind the scenes, the awkward fallout, the coded comments, and how this could reshape Westbrook's final NBA chapter. When Westbrook stepped back into Ball Arena as a Sacramento King, the crowd did something rare. They stood up. During a timeout, the Denver Nuggets played a short tribute reel, clips of Russ diving for loose balls, clapping on the bench, and hitting clutch shots in their playoff run last season. Fans rose to their feet, cheering like they were welcoming home a legend. For a moment, it felt like the relationship between Westbrook and Denver ended on good terms. Mutual respect, no drama, just business. But minutes later, when reporters asked about his departure, that illusion disappeared instantly. The truth is, they didn't want me back, Westbrook said flatly. It ain't up to me. God always has a plan. Be patient. They don't want me? That's okay. Somebody else do. The tone said it all. This wasn't a diplomatic answer. This was honesty, unfiltered. According to Westbrook, the Nuggets didn't just decline to re-sign him, they actively told him not to. He had a $3.5 million player option, a modest contract by NBA standards. But instead of encouraging him to stay, Denver's front office reportedly advised him not to pick it up. Let that sink in. They told him to walk away. Westbrook made it clear. They told me not to. I don't go anywhere. I'm not wanted. I don't need to. It's a rare moment of transparency in a league full of vague, mutual decisions. This wasn't about money. It was about fit, chemistry, and perception. The Nuggets didn't see Westbrook as part of their future, no matter how valuable his energy or leadership was in that playoff run.
Let's be real. The Nuggets are built around Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, one of the most efficient duos in modern basketball. They thrive on spacing, timing, and ball movement, all areas where Westbrook's playstyle has always clashed. When Russ joined Denver, it was a gamble. Could his relentless motor coexist with a system that depends on patience and precision? At times, yes, especially during the first-round playoff series against the Clippers, where he brought much-needed defensive fire and tempo. Even Nuggets coach David Adelman praised him before the Kings matchup. He was a huge part of why we won the first round last year, a huge part of what we could do defensively. But behind the compliments was a quieter truth. Denver wanted to maintain continuity, not controversy. They already have rhythm guys, system guys. Westbrook, for all his passion, was never built to blend in.
This isn't the first time Westbrook has been politely pushed out of a team. Remember Los Angeles? When he joined the Lakers, fans thought pairing him with LeBron James would create a super team. Instead, it turned into one of the most awkward partnerships in modern NBA history. LeBron wanted control. Russ wanted freedom. Both wanted to win, but neither wanted to compromise. By mid-season, LeBron was allegedly pushing for a Kyrie Irving reunion, which would have meant trading Westbrook. And when he finally left LA, he called out the fake energy he'd felt around him, a subtle jab at how quickly people change once the cameras roll. Now, a year later, history repeats itself. Another team, another polite exit. But this time, Russ isn't angry. He's resigned. I don't go anywhere. I'm not wanted. That's not just a quote. It's a philosophy he's had to adopt after years of being labeled too intense, too emotional, or too old school for modern basketball.
To be fair, Westbrook's stint in Denver wasn't a failure. He provided leadership in a locker room that had just lost key veterans, mentored young guards, and gave the team a spark in tough stretches. His hustle on defense, rebounding, and playmaking stood out in moments when Jokic needed relief. Even fans noticed it. His energy off the bench became a fan-favorite moment during the playoffs. And when the Nuggets played his tribute video, that was genuine appreciation, not lip service. But appreciation doesn't always equal retention. Denver had plans, and those plans didn't include Westbrook in their long-term system. Now with the Sacramento Kings, Westbrook looks like a man reborn. Against Denver, he led all Kings scorers, 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting over 58% from the field. The same crowd that once cheered for him was forced to watch him torch their defense, almost leading the Kings to an upset. It was poetic. The player they told to walk away, showing them exactly what they let go. And when reporters asked him if he was motivated to prove Denver wrong, he didn't even flinch. I just play my game, man. Always have, always will. That quiet confidence, it's the same fire that made him a 9-time All-Star and the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double in 3 straight seasons. But beneath all the stats and headlines, there's something deeper here. A shift in how teams view veterans like Westbrook. Gone are the days when sheer intensity guaranteed a roster spot. Now, front offices prioritize fit and analytics over energy and heart. And players like Russ, passionate, emotional, unpredictable, don't fit the algorithm anymore. He's become a symbol of an older NBA, one that thrived on rivalries and raw emotion, not spreadsheets and cap efficiency. Denver's move wasn't personal, it was strategic. But for a competitor like Westbrook, strategy doesn't ease the sting of rejection. According to league insiders, the Nuggets front office weighed 3 key factors before telling Westbrook to walk away. 1. Roster flexibility. They wanted to open minutes for younger guards like Christian Braun and Peyton Watson. 2. Locker room dynamics. Westbrook's intense leadership style can overwhelm quieter teams. 3. Long-term cap space. Keeping Russ would have limited their mid-season trade options. In short, it wasn't about performance, it was about priorities. Westbrook was still productive, just not essential. And when championship teams build around chemistry, even great players can become expendable. Say what you want about Westbrook, but he's one of the most polarizing players of his generation for a reason. He plays every game like it's his last. He dives for every loose ball. He stares down defenders after every dunk. And for every turnover or missed 3, there's a moment of pure, unstoppable electricity. The problem? That fire doesn't always fit into today's controlled, system-first NBA. But legacy isn't built on fitting in. It's built on standing out. Russell Westbrook stood out from the moment he entered the league. And even now, at 36, he refuses to fade quietly. What makes this story special is that, despite everything, the fans never turned on him. In Denver, they gave him a standing ovation. In LA, many still wear his jersey. And in Sacramento, he's already becoming a locker room leader and fan favorite. Because deep down, basketball fans respect authenticity. And Russ has never pretended to be anything else. He's raw, he's real, and he's still out there, proving people wrong, one game at a time. So why didn't Denver re-sign him? Not because he failed, but because they feared he'd outshine what they already had. Westbrook's personality is too big for a role-player box. He doesn't just join a team, he changes its energy. And for a franchise like Denver, trying to protect its delicate chemistry around Jokic and Murray, that kind of energy can be both a gift and a gamble. So they let him go, quietly, respectfully, but firmly. And Westbrook, in typical fashion, responded not with anger, but with fire. In a league obsessed with image and control, Russell Westbrook remains a wild card. The Nuggets didn't want him back, but judging by his performance in Sacramento, it might be a decision they'll eventually regret. Because when Russ feels doubted, that's when he's at his most dangerous. And if there's one thing we've learned over his legendary career, it's this. You can bench him, you can doubt him, him, but you'll never break him. What do you think, NBA fans? Did Denver make a smart move, or did they just let go of a future redemption story? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you respect Russ's honesty, and subscribe for more NBA stories, because if this season has shown us anything, it's that Russell Westbrook's story is far from over.